Welcome to Flow. Flow is, generally speaking, an organizational tool that you can use in concert with your SNO website, or if you don't have a SNO website, with your yearbook or a newspaper. When you sign in, you'll first get this view at the top, which is your home page, and this gives you just an overview of what's going on for you specifically. You've got your dashboard on the left with assigned stories, things that are submitted to you, and then custom views here on the left as well. Just a bit of an overview of the buttons on your page. Up at the top, you've got a plus, which is kind of your starting point to create stories, checklists, layouts, workflows, etc., or to add a grade if you're an advisor. You've got a search section up here, which is very robust. Then you've got your message notifications here if people have messaged you, notifications if people have assigned you a story, and then your user profile button where you can go to edit your user profile as well as seek support or get a free training, which we advise everyone try. More buttons on the page. As you scroll down, the main navigation is on the left. You've got a stories section, you've got messaging, layouts for yearbooks or newspapers, a calendar, your media library and gallery, users, which is where all the user profiles live, as well as groups if you've created like an editorial group, grades for the advisor, settings, and then help and support. I'll briefly go through each one. This one, the stories page, is your main view, especially if you're the advisor, to kind of see what's going on with your staff. Up at the top, there's a filter section. You can group by user if you just want to see what certain people are doing, what they're working on. And then you can change that. Each time you change a filter, it gives you different options. And it generally sorts by oldest first for deadlines, but you can change that. And a cool feature is that you can save a view right here and come back to it. It'll show up on your home page under custom views. If you're the advisor, you can actually save views for everyone. And then each individual user can create their own views. Say if you're a sports writer and you just want to see sports, you can set that up and go back to it regularly. The message board is fun. It's very much like a Slack channel. You can create different channels or topics as well as send direct messages. And as the advisor, you get to see all of that. Layout is more specifically for print and yearbook publications, but you can create layouts here and as many as you need. Calendar is nice as well. Each individual user in their Flow account has a calendar. They can create their own different appointments or notifications here, and you can also create them for everyone in case you want a recurring appointment for the editorial board or for the sports writers. It's very much like a Google Calendar. Gallery, this is going to take a bit of time to load, so I'll just briefly touch on it, but this is where all your images can be stored. And if you ever need more storage, just let us know and we will up that limit for you. Users, this will be more for the advisor, but if you click on a user, you can then adjust all of their settings and permissions, including getting them a new password, sharing the Google Drive to them, which is where all your stories will be edited, and then updating their notifications as well as their groups and permissions on the right. Setting them as a specific user type will automatically do that for you, so you won't need to update that too regularly. Groups would then just be a different kind of grouping of editors or sports writers, or maybe there's just a group of people that need to be notified on a given story. You can create a group and it's essentially just a grouping of user accounts. Grades, again, this is for the advisor and this is where all the grades live, and you can see that person's grades per semester or per year. And then settings, explore this page. This is where you can create assignment types such as writing, photography, video. These are just topics that your students, your staff will actually be working on. So think of them as actions. Writing is an action, so that would be an assignment type. Taking photos is an action, so that would be an assignment type, etc. Story tag groups are more like your sections of the newspaper. So think news, sports, opinions, and you can create as many of these as you need to. and also assign specific key editors to them to always be notified when stories are created under those tags. You really don't need to add too many key editors, maybe one or two, and stories can always be assigned to users manually as well. If you have like a newspaper hard copy and or a magazine, issues would be a good tag group title, and you could do that here. And then same with publication. If you have many publications like a yearbook, you've got an online newspaper and a print newspaper, you can assign your stories to any of these three and add more as needed. Statuses. So you've got pitched and active as default. So creating story ideas, mark them as pitched. If they're active story ideas, mark them as active, and you create different story tags, statuses as well. Deadlines, we give you a default deadline grouping here with writing deadlines, rough draft, final, and publish date. So explore these, and they offer you deadlines for each tag group. Workflows, these are generally speaking just flows of work that occur when a story is submitted. So when you create a new story, it'll automatically be submitted to different people on your staff, such as the writer or the copy editor or the main editor in chief, and then finally to the advisor to approve it. You can create different workflows here, such as a sports workflow or maybe a photography workflow, etc. Checklists, these are just tasks that you would want each individual to check off each time they write a story or create a video, and these can be added to each stories. Grading, you can set up as the advisor just the way that grading will work on your site. And then I'll just show you briefly what a story looks like as soon as you add one. So if we were working on this Lincoln demo story, just to show you, generally speaking, what's on this page, you've got archive up at the top. So once you're done with the story, you'd click archive. And then you've got these sections on the left that indicate where this story is in progress. So it's currently active. We've got a publish date of August 1st. It's under the opinion section. For a hard copy newspaper, it's in issue 3. It's also online. And then it's been submitted to Travis and Alex to do work on it. The tasks here, find 2 possible sources, schedule interviews. Those are what are created and checked off. We've got an image down here. It's in progress. And if we want to publish it to WordPress, we would click that button up here. It would link to our Google Doc, and then we could add a caption to our photo, add the categories we want it assigned on the website, and then actually publish it. So that's really cool that your stories are all assigned and linked to your actual website. You can add attachments up here or links, and then message people in relation to this specific story. So there's a lot, and we have other videos that break all of those really finite and very detailed areas of your Flow instance. So please check out those videos as well. And if you have any questions, reach out to SNO support. Thank you so much.